On the Wake Up Radio presents the Seer Cohen with your hostess, Prophetess Cohen. Tune in live on thewakeupradio.com and listen 9 p.m. on Thursdays, Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to sign up for otwtube.com, uncensored free speech platform. Sign up. And then go to onthewakeupradio.com and listen to the Seer Cohen with Prophetess Cohen. Enjoy. Hello. Welcome to On the Wake Up Radio. You're listening to onthewakeupradio.com. Sign up for otwtube.com. You know me, I'm Sindy Ashby. But today we have an amazing show that's going to premiere every Thursday at 6 p.m. PST and 9 p.m. EST. And it's called The Seer Cohen. I want you to meet your amazing host, the Prophetess Cohen. Hello, Prophetess Cohen. How are you?
Hello, I'm just fine. Going is good. What we're doing is good. And I love to talk to people. Yes. Because I am the prophetess. The best prophetess in this world that you ever had.
I know that's right.
I'm a seer.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not what I have to talk to you, my people, is that all the time we always talking about these prophets. What are they doing? I got to give you some money. Can I give you 2,000? Can I give 5,000? Okay, then you can't even get your bread and butter. You're going to give these people your money. You can't even buy your rent. You can't even get your gas and electric. And even if you have these things and you go to their places or churches, whatever, and you ask them, can you help me? They look at you like you're crazy. But no, God, Hashem never told these people that they could do these kind of things, that they could hurt you. They have to sit down and talk to you. You can't, well, let's talk about Elijah with the widow woman.
Come on.
Okay, let's talk about you. You could be that widow woman. Oh, yeah, come on now, y'all. You could be that widow woman that didn't have too much, okay? But what Elijah said, okay, do it to me. When she didn't have anything, he said, break bread with me, okay? Just for me. He didn't say, okay, just with everybody else. He was just saying with her to help him as a prophetess, and then it could help her to do what she had to do. Now listen, another thing about people saying about prophetess, I don't know about other people. I just know about me. I'm this prophetess in this whole world, okay? And I'm going to tell you more about me, okay? It's not like I can just, my last name is Cohen. I'm a Jew. Come on now. I'm Jewish. I'm letting you know. No, I'm not Christianity. I'm letting you know I'm a Jew. Okay? Now, I want to tell you something about me right now. I started when I was only 2 years old. And I didn't pay any attention, at 2 years old. So it got to be like 5 or 6. And then later on, I started seeing these dreams and these visions. Okay, that was during that time. Then it came back to when I'm 14 years old. I'll tell you something. When you are a prophetess, God has to tell you what to do. He has to tell you all the things, These prophetess think that, oh no, we're gonna have blessings. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's a lie. I'm gonna tell you because that happened to me. Every time, every step, everything in my life was dying. Okay? Why? Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. When you're going to these things and you're getting bigger, and it was like a 20, 90, 20, 30, 40, whatever, you have to sacrifice. Well, why would you sacrifice? This is all good. This might be good, but it happened with me because I have to help you. Help me, somebody. I have to help you. I can't just go somewhere and I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm 73 years old. I'm your elder. I'm your prophetess. I'm your seer, and I'm your elder. How that sound? Okay. I'm not just getting up somewhere and oh no, I have to. You have to do this. You have to do that. No, you don't have to do anything. I, I have to go and be sacrificed to Hashem so I can do what I have to do with you. Okay? Doing many years ago, um, I didn't want to go anyway. I wanted to go, but I still had to be taken care of and molded to Hashem. Okay? I had to be homelessness. Help me, people. Had to be homeless, sitting on a bench. Okay? Nowhere. Okay? And when I was there, all my friends walked away from me. And I had good friends. I thought I had good friends.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I was a prophetess. So Hashem was going to make sure that he was going to take and like he did when it had to do with the rest of his prophets. You have to be burned at the stake. Okay? Okay, let's talk about this. I'm talking about me as a prophetess and the laws that Hashem told with me. Okay, when you're talking about different other kind of people and they sacrifice because they want money.
Mm.
They want jewelry. They want gold. That's a different kind of sacrifice. Just because your mother died, just because you want to be in the industry. Come on, people. Why? Because your father died. Why? Because you're in the industry, because you want more and more money. What happened? Because you want to deal with the witches? What you talking about, prophets? Because you want to deal with the witches? Well, with the witches, it's not like prophets, like a prophet, okay, like me. You don't do that. Not with me. Okay, with witches, they tell you you're burned at a stake. Okay, you want me to do this and do the other thing with you, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Is the witches will tell you, I'm going up into 50,000, into 40,000. Why do you know that industry you talk about, Beyonce, you talking about this and that? You know why their husbands got off? Why, Prophet? When they got out of jail, they didn't stay in jail? Because they had a witch that went and started talking to them, and she said, you got to give me some money.
Mm.
What? You got to give me some money. And it's not just a little bit of money, too. You want me to help to get your husband out of jail? He's in jail. Where is he? In jail? Oh, really? And all this stuff is coming in? No, I got something for you. And that's what they tell you. They're not going to do it by themselves. I remember many years ago, and I must have been about in the 20s, and this woman told this was this black woman, and she went to this witch, this white witch, European witch. And the witch, so she sat down there and she said to me, she just said, tell me what the witch said. So I said, what happened? She told her, if you do anything against me and you don't give me this money, and I'm telling you what has to happen, she said, you won't be here too much longer.
Mm.
I said, you want to start with her? These witches are nothing to play with, especially they're high up witches. They're high up in the industry. And start. Don't start. When you got Illuminati, you got people high up. Okay? So if they're all the way high, I'm higher. I'm higher.
Mm.
Okay? I'm going to tell you more that I'm higher. I want you to go on Howard Stern's name, Riley Martin. Riley Martin went to the mothership. Okay? I knew it was him for years and years and years, and he molded me. How about that, y'all? And then the thing about it, people talking about that prophet. No, you're not no prophetess, because you would never even go that high that he told me to go, and that Hashem told me to go. Okay, God told me to go. So when you have these kind of people, he was the only man in this world. Now you can look on Howard Stern. He'll tell you about Raleigh Martin. When he was just 7 years old, the mothership came and got him. And then they took him up in the mothership. He was up there for 3 days, y'all. And I mean to tell you, it was unbelievable, he said. So it was when he was 7 years old, then he came back and they got him again. Come on, people. He was 17 years old. When it got to be 17 years old, they told him, we want to write a book for you. You have to write a book. We're going to write a book for you. That's what they said. Riley looked at them and said, oh, no, no, no. I'm going to have to go back to Earth with this craziness down there, or I can just stay up here. They said, no, you can't. Neela said, and Tan said, that's them. Neela and Tan. They said, no, you can't come in. We have to have you to go down there to help the people down there. He said, well, I have to. I mean, look what they're doing. I can stay up here and enjoy my life. He said, no, you can't. So then when they took Riley back and Earth, this is what they said. Oh, okay. And Riley didn't pay him any attention, and he would ignore them. And they saw him, they took that book and dropped it down in heaven. Come on, people. That's what you're talking about prophecy. This crazy stuff that people be doing, saying, this is disgusting stuff. It doesn't help. When Ali said, well, what about this book? They said, look, we're giving you the book, and not only are we going to give you the book, we're going to tell you more things inside of the book. Okay? So when people are talking, you'll know exactly what we're talking to the people. So then, okay, it started with coming with Tan. Tan was the person up there. Tan was nothing to play with. You had reptilians. You had everything up there. So when it got finished, okay, I didn't see him for a long time, and I was talking to my friend, and she said, "Leah, I want to tell you something, Cohen. I want to tell you something. What's going on?" And I said, "Okay." She said, "There's a man that's about 30 years old. I have to see him for 30 years." So I said, "You know him?" She said, "Yes. I want to take you to Washington, D.C." I couldn't believe what was going on. This is what? And he went the mothership. So when I got to D.C., the guy, so I got off of her car, and he looked at me. He said, "Come to me." I said, "What?" I don't even know. What? He said, "You've been here for me. I knew you for 30,000 years." I said, "Riley." I said, "What?" And I held in his arms, and I felt like I could never go out. I'm telling you, this man was unbelievable. When it got finished, he went on to, he started telling people about the mothership and what they did and this, that, and the other. So even that, okay, let's talk about how the book came through, how Tan and Neil helped him to go through this book. Okay, when he was finished with the book and everything, he went to Howard Stern. Come on now, y'all. "Oh, you're just crazy. I'm going to tell you something right now." Oh, just like they did Noah. Come on, the laughing and the da. Then you just had this woman that's saying, "Oh, you're just crazy." And then Howard Stern saying, "Well, why did they want to be bothered with you? Why didn't they just deal with somebody white?" Come on, people. Raleigh looked at him. He said, "Look, let me tell you something. That has nothing to do with that." Okay, why? They chose me because I'm a black man. Come on, people. I said, "Riley, what you talking about?" He said, "Yeah." I had to tell them that. Because, see, they think the only person that has this is them. Riley was the best person that had these kind of things, people, in this earth. And I could not believe what was happening with him. So then all the time, me and I started to talk to him and talk. So then people got upset with him because, oh, let me tell you something there. Leave him alone. He's always going, he's always drinking. He's always drinking. And he has a beer. I say he could have 1,000 beers. I'll tell you something. The only problem that you people had a long time, I said, because you're upset with him because the aliens didn't take you to the mothership. The old Europeans, starting with Robin. Oh, they didn't tell you this. Oh, this is because they was angry at Raleigh because he had so much wisdom, knowledge, that he had symbols. Listen to it. But he had symbols that the symbols will take you to another place in this earth. When he gave it to me, I just went to Washington, D.C., and I looked around and I said, oh, look at this. Look at this. And I should have spoke to my mind and said, pick that one up. And I told him, is this? He said, yes. Okay, this is who you are. It was unbelievable, people. Then when it got finished, he had more symbols. But you had to pay the symbols and this, that, and other. People was paying them, and this, that, and other. But let me tell you something about it too. One thing about us as Black people, they should have, oh, I don't want to bother and I don't want to do it now. You don't want to do it. Okay, you don't want to do it. But when you was not there with him, oh, well, I don't want to do it right now. Doing it right now was not good. They should have did it right then. So with me, I did it. Well, I was homeless. And when I got to be homeless, I called Raleigh. I said, Raleigh, baby, what can I do? He said, can't do anything. Just keep on doing what you have to do. So the symbols helped me to walk and walk and walk and go into when I was homeless and have no friends or anything. Guess who helped me? Those symbols.
Wow.
Those symbols took my hand to their hand and said, look, okay, I know you're tired. I could, through the symbols, they could talk to you. They'll talk to you. I didn't have any place. Didn't place to live at first. And then after a while, it was all right because those symbols was helping me. Okay, over and over and over again, Raleigh said the symbols would be 144,000. And when it's finished, done. Okay? So then what happened is that a lot of Europeans, oh, give me more of the symbol. Give me more of the symbol didn't mean nothing. Didn't mean nothing. Giving you the symbols is one thing. But the next thing what really had to happen is that you think, oh, he's going to just take you up there. No, no, no. He told those people, you buying me for the symbols. But what he did say, people, is that you're not going to be this. You're not going to be up in there in the mothership. I just let you know. You're not bringing this kind of racism up there because they will take and clap their hands and bring you to dust. What? They just thought that, oh, when I get these symbols, oh, they can go. And Halster was lying too, because you know good and well that these people couldn't just go up there in the mothership and doing all those kind of things with the homosexuality and having a perverse stuff and all that. Riley told them no. But Robinson was like, oh, well, something wrong with him. They were just saying, something's wrong with Riley. He's crazy. So then Riley says, say just what you want to say. Just what you want to say. During that particular time, Riley said, okay, me and him was always talking. So he said, so he had a wife, and I don't know what's going on for her. And she was European. And what she wanted to do was get all his money. What? Yes. That's why he kept on talking to me. His friend that was trying to help him with these things, well, he couldn't do it with the symbols. He couldn't. Riley had to do those symbols his own self because the aliens told him, don't let nobody bother them. We did this with you. And the aliens went inside his brain, people. They went inside his brain and and the symbols came outside, and anybody that he knew, you don't have the same symbol
Mm.
as somebody has to have. You have to have different kind of symbols, and that's what mine was. Okay. There's another thing too. We're going into another thing. Going into these symbols. That Riley, before he got ready to go up, okay, he said, Leia, and I said, no, he said, let me tell you something right now. So I told him, I said, what's going to happen? Because I'm down here, and what's going to happen with people? I have to have people to help people. So he said, I'm going to the mothership. I said, okay. So he said, I got something for you. So, when you're talking about what was the NASA, the space and things like that. Well, Howard Stern said, they called you. You know what Riley said? Why they have to call me? I'm the one. I'm the king. I'm black. I don't need them people. They need me. So Howard Stern, of course, he got pissed off. Okay. So after that, right there, then they had this Korean guy right there, Chinese guy in Korea, back on there. So then the guy said, oh, he told Riley, I got some people in China and got Korean. He said, I'm going to get you a dragon. Come on, people. A real dragon.
Wow.
A real dragon. Oh, and they were so angry with Riley. Oh, they didn't know what they're going to do. Oh, he's a crazy guy. He's so crazy guy because he didn't give you that dragon. But where is the dragon? What's going to be with the dragon? This, that, now. So I don't know what was going on with him and stuff like that. He said, Leia, he said, I'll give you. He didn't do it right away. Because these things that will help you to do what you have to do. So over here in place, and I got these symbols and stuff like that. People came to me, and I had some things that they had to do, and they looked at me and real crazy, and said like this, and what's wrong with you? What was wrong with me? Well, I'll tell you what was wrong with them. They was right at my house, and before you know it, I hit the dragon and it spit out fire. Yes, to them. And it got out of me. I got stuff around my house because I'm a prophetess, yes. But I'll tell you something. If anything tried to hurt me, a woman just tried to hurt me a week ago. She was European. She came at my place and she was starting to tell some kind of crazy stuff. And I told her, and they told me, the symbols went in my brain and said, tell her, get out of here. She ran because she was trying to do some things to me. And before you know it, she ran off the step. She didn't see. This is what happens when I am the prophetess. Okay. If anything happens, it happens to me first. So when Riley, he was talking, I'm still talking about Riley now. Because you don't know too much about him, but I'm going to tell you what you need to do is look on that thing and see Howard Stern, Riley Martin. Okay, what really has happened to Riley Martin? Okay, his wife didn't want to help him too much. Now she had all these symbols and she aggravating with me. What about the symbol? And why about the symbol? You was right there with him. Why didn't you get it? Well, after that particular time, he told me what was going on. So I told him I need a lot of symbols because I have to help y'all. Okay. So it didn't, so I said, okay. So at that particular time, it was 1 month, didn't hear him, I said, Riley. So I said, I couldn't hear him. So I did hear him in my mind. And I said, what happened to him? I saw. And then his wife called her. I said, what happened? What happened to Riley? I said, well, why was you there? She said, no, I was here, but they took my eyes closed. That's what the aliens did, y'all. Took her eyes closed. She was European. Took her eyes closed. Why? Because number one thing, he was getting ready to go up to the mothership. Yes. And she said, Leah, don't start with this. That's what she kept saying. She was scared, scared, scared. And I said, well, what happened? So then she said, I said, well, then she said, the light, I didn't hear about the light. She said, the light shined down, but they closed my eyes. So I didn't know what else they was doing. So she said she looked on side of Raleigh and she knew he was up in the mothership.
Wow.
So funny. And I mean, to tell you, it was so funny. It was so good. And I didn't hear him no more for, called back for about 2 days. And what happened, this, that, no. So she did, it was very, she was upsetting with me because I always called them and stuff like that. But he was his wife. Why you should do something to him? And she couldn't because like he was drinking. Nobody, just like I say again, I don't give a damn about he's drinking. See, that's what people didn't know. I even had to have a friend of mine, and she even took me up to Washington, D.C., and she said, I don't know why you want to keep on bothering him, property. Why you want to keep bothering him? I said, because he's my friend, been for a long time. Oh, a lot of people don't like him because he drinking and drinking. Let me tell you something. I got symbols now that will fall, you will fall out on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking and drinking. Let me tell you, I didn't care if you're drinking, what to get me, because I ain't never tell him to do those kind of things. Because number one thing, the aliens had did so much stuff with this man. Every day he was dreaming. He said, Leah, I'm so tired. He was telling me, I'm so tired because my mind is just not, it's working, but they always calling me and they always telling me to do things and he was tired and he talked to them. He talked to the aliens and he told them, I'm not like you. You know, I'm human, right? They said, won't you let me rest? That's what Ronald told him. Said, but see, you don't have to rest. He told the aliens, he said, you could just keep on and keep on and keep on. Okay, that's how we was always talking to each other back and forth, back and forth. The last time he came over here in California, it was about, let me see, about 2 or 3 black people, African people in there. And then you have more European people. So then one of the women, she looked at me and she said, oh, you know him? I said, yes, I do. She looks at me and she said, well, how many samples you got? Well, honey, I'm not the one. I said, well, what's your business? It's not your business. This is my symbols, not your business. And then guess what? Her daughter, she was only like 8 years old. Oh, why can't you help me? I said, you don't have any energy. You people don't have any energy. You mean to tell me, you're going to tell me that he's going to help you to do, you can't do no symbols. They gave this to Raleigh. So then, see, that's the thing about they get so upset, see, about those things. And then when I had the symbols, oh, can you get, see, show you what? That's why I'm saying you got to be careful with these people. Show you what? This is what's happening today. It's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming down. It's coming down. They're trying to come down things with us. But you see, listen, tell you people, Africa is rising. Africa is rising. Yeah. See, they couldn't do those kind of things. Okay, with the diamonds and the golds and everything like that. Okay, it's coming up. They don't want France in their place. Okay? No more. They don't want the British there no more. Before this particular time, talk about my father, he was from Fez, Morocco. Listen, people. Daddy used to say he used to have run from the French and the British. He said they the ones that colonialized Morocco.
Talk about it.
Why did they colonialize it? Come on now. They colonialized it because you can see Moroccan women, they're a little lighter. Come on. Because the ones that were real dark, like my father was blue, okay. So what they did, they went inside the women. What? They colonialized them. Okay? And this is why Morocco, you don't see a whole bunch of black people. You see them, but you can see it's calmed down because of the European inside of Morocco. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm saying about this is that we as a people, as a nation, and I'm so glad I have that I am your prophetess. Okay. Not everybody else's. Okay. I'm your prophetess. Would you help me? Your prophetess as an African.
That's
As an
right.
African. I got you. I don't have anybody else. Okay? I have you. When I ran from one place over and I had many years ago, well, I just will tell you. I used to have a European a husband, and he was this, that, whatever he was, it was not good at all. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. I thank Hashem for getting me away from him. He was disgusting. And I don't know why black people want he was racist. He doing everything he could against me. Before, let me tell you, I got another thing too. During that particular time, you remember when they did all that stuff to Michael Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, people, when they were doing all this stuff to Michael Jackson. Well, listen to me. That was me. I was crying inside of my soul, inside of my heart. You have got to be careful with these people. You got to be careful. I almost died. I was in hospitals, over and over and over again. Why? Well, see, I should want it to be like this to make sure that I would know that this would never happen to me again. How about that? It would never happen to me again. When my blood came out, it was a voucher. My blood. It was a voucher or something. Vampire. Okay? So when I didn't know, I was over there with them all the time. I was over Europeans all the time. When that happened, I was so dying. So before I ran to another place, and from you all, it was like a needle that went inside my vein and pumped me up. You did, black.
My goodness.
Okay, your blackness went inside of me because I was with Europeans, and that black. I don't know why they're so involved because, okay, I think Hashem that He helped me to do it first, to see what it could happen to me. And I mean to tell you, my blood went out, completely out. I was drying through my whole blood. And then when I ran to another place, I ran to another place. And when I looked around my people, African people, I looked around and I said, I'm still dying. What can I do, Hashem? And when I looked at you, see, you don't know who you really are, my people. You don't know who you really are. Before that particular time, I looked at all of you. And because I was weak, you built me up. I looked at the light on yours, and it built me up. That's who you are.
Yeah.
That's who you really, really are. Now, when we talk about me as the prophetess, I can build you up. What can you do? I'll tell you what I can do. During that particular time, I never forget this woman, and I was somewhere, and she said, prophetess, she said, my son is he's dying. He had this he was on drugs and stuff, and he was in my house and he's dying, and they told me they can't do anything else against him. He's dying. But she said, they told me about you. You as a prophetess. Said, could you come to me? I said, let me see. So then I was saying, Hashem, could I come? So when I came there, the whole room was dark, and I told her to get out of here because you dealing with death right here. Get out. When she got out, I came in. I walked through those angels. I touched them. He said, who are you? And you could see he was dying, y'all. And I walked through and I touched them. And then the death angel walked away. And I said, look, I've had enough. I walked away. And then she called me. She said, my son has a job. That's one day, honey. One day. That's all. That's a prophetess. That's me as a prophetess. I don't know about everybody else, but I am the prophetess in this whole world. Okay. When that happened, she said she was hollering and screaming. My son was getting ready to die. Okay, that's another thing. I'm gonna tell you some more things because you need to know what me as a prophetess can do things. Okay, during that particular time, this girl, name was Stephanie. She told me. She said, "Look," she said, "I'm gonna tell you something." She said, what she said, my children's father they're getting ready to put him in jail. I said, what are you talking about? She said, they're going to put him in jail, prophet. I got these children and stuff. And I said, he got a lawyer, and the lawyer said he will help him, and do what he has to do. But they don't know what he's saying. It might not happen. So she said, she looked to her friend. She told him, she said, let me tell you something. Give me all that money. You're going to do that money to that man, this European, and he's, Lord, you're going to do that to him? No, you're going to do this to the prophetess. And I'm going to get all that money that you're giving. Everything you're giving to him, you give it to my prophetess. He said, yeah, really? Are you crazy? So then, particular time, she told him, walk back, you got to go to courthouse. The next day, he was getting ready to go to courthouse. He was in there. He was scared. He was trembling. And the judge said, what do you want here? Get on out of here. He said, well, I had to be here. He said, they gave me a letter, in the court, at my house. He said, anybody told you that? Don't you ever come back here. Get on out of here. Stephanie said, she said, prophetess, I ran. He ran so much to me, he fell down. He said, where you get this woman from? Seriously, where you get her from? He said, she's a prophetess? Oh, my goodness. Oh, where'd you get it from? And he was just unbelievable. And from that particular time, he never did any more of those cocaine stuff. He went to start with some kind of a job. But not only a job, he went to do his business, his own business. That guy was off the chain. I was so happy for him. And one time when I went to her place, and I went to Tennessee, I went to her place, and I said I was going into a room so I could talk to her. She said, no, you're not even. She said, you staying in my place. I said, what are you talking about? She said, I'll tell you something. She said, I don't have too much money, Prophet. I said, okay. She said, but that's why I want you here with me, because I need money. And you're here, you can help me get money. Listen, people, this is what prophetess is supposed to do, not the foolishness that you let people do you and doing this mess, okay? So she said, oh no, I'm gonna get you food, I'm gonna do everything. She didn't have any money. Okay, the next day, she called somebody gave her 2,000 back. What? 3,000. What? 5,000. I said, Stephanie, you getting all this money? Yeah, because you're a prophetess, and that's why you're here. She even told her children, don't go in there and mess with prophetess. Please don't bother her. She's my prophetess. I have to get these things said before she was finished. And I just stayed there about 4 days. Stephanie had $9,000, people. But see, this is what you people do. So you go and then stupid people and give them all the money, and oh no. And when you can't even get your bread and butter, here they are. They ain't helping you. They ain't helping you. They don't want to hear you. Let me tell you. I got to tell you something else too. This particular time, I never forget what this happened to. And it was just happened about, I guess about 2 months ago. And and I knew, I was praying with people and doing things I have to do. And so I told him, I said, what's going on for you? Now, this is another thing too, people. Listen, he was going to his, whatever it is, his pastor. And he told him, so he was supposed to come to him, help him with the $2,000 for his rent. And he was waiting So he called me and said, Prophetess, I don't know what's going to, he was crying. What you think it's going to do? I said, let's see what happens. Okay, he was going to come that day, people, that day and give the boy $2,000 because they didn't have no money because he was going to, they was going to throw him out in the street or something, him and his wife. So then I said, did he call you? You know what he said? He never did call and he never lied, and he lied too.
Oh, no.
So something told me, isn't that something? Something told me. I said, what can I do? And I said, he said, Prophetess, can you help me? I said, yeah, but I'm going to tell you just about what happened with the Elijah woman told her, okay, do me first. What he said? I said, look, do me first. Okay. I said, I want that taken care of. So that was taken care of. What happened to that particular time was $50. I had to go because I do things. You know, I do things. So, okay. You never seen that Bishop no more. He called them. Oh, never did pick it up. Really? Next thing, never did pick it up. I had to go to some places. I had to go. I just want to tell you people right now who I am. I had to go to my synagogue. Okay, not Christianity. Listen. And that boy, he was getting ready to die. I mean, he was messed up. He was messed up with his wife. He was messed up because he had some stuff going on with his wife. And he was always crying. Well, Prophetess, let me tell you something. He said, well, what's going to happen? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So when it stopped happening, when it was happening, I do it all the time. And then I came to him and I said, look, I said, Hashem tells me that it's going to be all right. It's going to be taken care of. So listen, people, listen now. So then it was a whole month. It was for 6. I would go every time. Well, I go to my synagogue anyway. Every time I would go. And when I got finished going, I said, okay. He said, oh, I don't know what. Then he said, oh, I feel much better. I feel much better. Okay. About 2 weeks ago, okay, the court gave him a letter. Again, gave him a letter and said, you come to court and you're going to be out of here, okay? So he said, what am I going to do? What am I going to do, Prophet? I said, nothing. Just go in there. You got it. And before that particular time, I kept on, I don't know what I did, pushing and pushing, doing whatever I had to do. Because, see, we have the Torah. We don't have trash, okay? Like that Bible, the King James, he's a faggot. No, we don't do that, okay? Let's see. Listen, I'm the prophetess. People, wake up. Wake the hell up. That's what I got here. That's why we here now. Don't do it. When I got finished, I told him, so he said, Prophet, what am I going to do now? I said, oh, let's tell me another thing too. This is what we're going to do. When you going in there, and then people will start with you. So even before he went there, people, knocked on the door. I said, so that bishop called him and said, oh, I'm so sorry that I did this. Da, 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 da. He said, well, I got a house for you. Help me, people. He said, what? He said, he's told him, said, pack your clothes up. That was only before he went to the court, 2 days. But he already had a house. He had already got him a house, but he wasn't going to do anything until I did something, okay? Let me let you know right now, okay? He wasn't going to do anything. He wasn't going to do anything because he wasn't worried about doing anything with that thing. So when God finished, he has a house, my people. Not even before that. Even before that, he was his gas and electric was turned off. Okay. He said, what am I going to do now, Pop? What am I do? I said, go ahead in there and go to the hotel room. He went to the hotel room. He could only stay there 2 or 3, so he didn't have too much money. But guess what happened? About somebody called him and gave him $400. Come on, people.
What?
Yes, $400. He hollered and screamed, oh, prophetess, you my prophetess, you always was my prophet. He said, oh, they gave him $400 and I could stay in this room before I can go into my house. That's exactly what happened, people. And then that particular time, they wanted to get, so they on the other part, they something with the hotel room, they burned or something. So they told him, say, you know what, you could have 2 more days. Come on, people. I'm the prophetess, not the foolishness. The hell with that. I'm the prophetess. Okay, when the guy finished with that, he already now he's in his house and everything is taken care of. And that's it. How's that? It's over, people.
Wow.
And I didn't have to go down there with that boy. No, I didn't. I have to go down there with him. Why? Because I'm the prophetess. I can speak things and let things happen.
Mm.
Before this time, even with that guy, something happened with his business. He was he wasn't all that good. But he called him. He said, well, he had to he had to get a car. So this bishop, to help him to get these things together, because I just will let you know where he was. He was a reverend, something like that. So in a particular time, I said, "What's going on?" So he said, "Well, he won't help me," and he went over there to my wife's people and started saying things that wasn't good. And so I said, "He look at you like you trash." He said, "Yeah, prophet." You know what I told him? Pick up the damn phone. I'm a Jew. Let's go. Let's go. He gonna mess with you? I'm gonna mess with him. How's that? Pick up the damn phone. Tell him, get the phone over there with him. Because see, when you're low, then these people think that you're trash. You got these kind of bishops or whatever they are. They think that you're trash. Okay? So then at the particular time, I said, okay. I said, I talked to his whatever it was, his bishop. I said, I'm a Jew. But I want to tell you something right now. Please don't start here. Please don't start with this young boy, okay? You need to try to help him not do this. I said, but I'm going to share something with you. Do something against him. I'm the prophetess. Do something against him. You talking about praying? You ain't seen nothing yet. You talking about somebody know? You talking about praying? You people always praying on your knees, but when stuff starts happening, you don't know what the hell is going on. But I do know. So at that particular time, he took him back. He said, where did you get her from? You know, of course they know now. Jew. Where'd you get this from? Where'd you get her from? He said, well, you know, when his mother died, I knew him about 12. We've got about 12 years now. And that's the particular time that went together, okay? So at that particular time, ain't finished yet, y'all. Ain't finished. He really would tell you what he say. See, because whatever people doing, they're doing what you want to do. He was elder. He do. So he wanted, because this bishop knew that I'm a Jew. So he looked at him, he said, you know where he took him from? Took him at? And he couldn't believe what he was getting ready to do. And maybe you people might know it, maybe you don't do it. It was God in Christ. All the way up, this is what this bishop was. And because I was helping him, and I told him, you better do it, he got his papers and stuff, y'all.
Wow.
Because that's what he wanted. He was a Christian, that's his business. But I'm saying, and I always told him about the Hebrew. I told him who I was many years. I ain't shutting it down because I'm a Jew. Before that happened, even before my people, he told me, even that bishop that I knew for a long time ago, he said, yeah, I know you're a Jew. He said, but you got black people that need some help, okay? He said, but you can just stay there forever. And then Hashem spoke to me and said, you better go and talk to your people, because if you don't, you won't be here this long time, prophet. Now, that's what Hashem told me. You got black people that need some help. They don't have no prophets. They have prophets. They don't have nothing. But they have you. And I gave you to build up them. So you better go do that. So this is what I started doing, because people needed help from me.
Yes.
They didn't have their bishop, they didn't have their elders, they didn't have anything in this little tiny boy. Let me tell you something what he did, okay? I ain't finished yet. I said, I didn't see him for, we've been together for 12 years anyway. So his mother, I told him his mother was in bad shape. And I told him right over the phone, I said, your mother getting ready to die. So his mother did die, And him and his mother didn't get along, okay? So his mother died. Then he called me and he was just angry with women, just women. I said, look, little boy, don't start this kind of stuff with me. I'm a prophet. Howling, screaming stuff ain't going to work, okay? So when I got him, because he couldn't get himself together, and I stayed with him. Listen, people, this is what prophet me, and not everybody, me, that's what I have to do. I stay with you, call. And after a while, it's not like that. You help me. You have to do what Elijah told about this widow woman. You just can't just do nothing. If I tell you don't do anything, then let me tell you something. That has to happen. When you say, well, prophet, I'm going to give you a little something. Yeah, you need to be doing that. Because I tell you something right now. When you be doing that, these things come together with you. Not with me, with you. Because that's when you start helping me. That's when things start coming to what, prophet? To you. What? Then you can pay your bills. It was a guy, am I talking about that? Yeah, he didn't have any money. Listen, he came to me in my hotel room and I had people around the corner. And he came to me, he said, well, he was crying. He said, I don't know my bills and everything. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, what you thought you're going to do? He said, well, most people, the bishop, everybody won't help me with this rent. And I looked at him. I had to look at him first now, y'all. And I said, I see something about $2 in your pocket. Get it out of there. Give it to me. What? Did I say, oh, look, let me tell you something. You better go and give it. I don't want to hear nothing to you. I don't want to hear. How could you say to this man that this man is going to be in the street? And he has to have his apartment and they kick him out. And you talking about, no, give me a whole bunch. Not no whole bunch. He had a whole bunch. He had $2. Help me. That's all he had, $2. And I looked at him, he said, well, this is all I have. I got to go. But I said, no, I don't care what was said right now. I want you to give it to me. When he gave it to me, he walked away. When he walked away, the next day, I got a job. Somebody gave me a bus pass. And he almost fell out. He said, prophetess, you know what they told me on the job? I said, no, I don't know. He said, they gave me money to help with my rent. Come on, people.
Won't Hashem do it?
Yeah, that's what you do with a real prophet. With me, I don't know about you. One time, he had another guy. They didn't have too much, and they didn't have too much at all. And she said, the children or whatever was going on with them, and they said, well, prophetess, I don't know. And I looked at them. And see, I know what people have money and don't have money, okay? And these people just did not have money, okay? And see, this is what these people do. The bishop, worrying about people up in the sky. You ain't nothing. I look at them, you ain't nothing. So, this is the way Hashem got me the way I am, and I'm Jewish, that I can help you to get rid of these something no good bishops and whatever they are. Yes, and tell them, shut up. They're the ones that got you all messed up. That's the reason why. So anyway, they called, and they were there, and they couldn't get their rent taken care of. And she said, prophetess, I'll tell you truthfully, me and my husband, we had a little food, and we had to, you know what I told him? Give it to me. What you got? We only have like about 30 cents. Give it to me. Give it to me. I can't tell you not to do anything. You have to do something. Give it to me. When it came in my hands, I held it in my hands, and I said, I just Bracha in Hebrew and let them go. When they went go, His wife had a job, and he had a job too.
Come on now.
So people, I'm telling you, you stop giving these people all this money in these churches. What? Cathedral. What kind of cathedral am I supposed to be giving you some? And I can't even get my bread and butter. I can't even go and get some food now, but I got to give you something with you and your family. I don't give a damn. Don't do it. Don't do it. I am the prophetess, okay? Now, I'm telling you something right now. This is the reason why this other guy, well, he died many years ago. Bishop told me, said, you got to help your people. So many people that they go into these, you don't know anything about them because you've never been in church, but you know what Hashem is telling you, you must help your people. I have done so much stuff. I have walked between death and hell and telling people, no, you won't do this, you won't do this other. Just like this other guy, he had another thing going on too. And this woman, she was black, and she had on what did she have? He didn't have the he was out too. He didn't have the apartment or anything like that. And that he was going in the apartment, but he didn't have too much money. So she was a white and black woman, and she owned that. And so she said, she told mine, and I said, get her on the damn phone. Who the hell she thinks she is? And tell her I'm a Jew. He said, what? Prophet, you going to do it now? I'm going to do it right now. What do you think I'm going to do it? And 50,000 years ago? Do it. Put her on the phone. And I told her, this, that, and other. I want you to leave the boy alone. That's number one thing. I'm a Jew. Number two thing, I'm going to tell you what I want you to do. Okay? Help them. You're a black woman. You got rentals and all this kind of stuff. Do it. Do you know what happened? The phone went down. She told him, I won't bother you with this rent. Don't worry about it for 2 months.
What?
And I asked Bishop, I said, why do I have to have all this? He said, because you can help them people. These people ain't going to help black people. They don't even help each other. But you, that can help. And when the other guy, it was another guy, his mother had gave him money because she had died. This another one there. And she gave him $40,000. Listen, people, listen. $40,000. He was the only child his mother had. And before you know it, I said $40,000. And I said, okay, I'm going to do, if you got $40,000, you should, I'm your prophetess, and you should do, okay, give me $250. When it got finished, he said, well, I'll be back. Never did come back. Listen, people. So then I said, when he came back, he was crying. Oh, prophets, I don't have no more money. Oh, my money. Everybody hates me. You know why? Because as a prophetess, you wouldn't let him do all this crazy stuff. And I told you before, your wife was no good, and you gave her a lot of money too, and she hates you now, doesn't she? Yes, she hates me. Then another thing too, his cousin. Listen, people, in some church, what's she talking about? Oh, God is going to put his hands out to you, this, that. No, what the hell? This is a lie. And he gave her $5,000. I told her, you stupid. He couldn't even go nowhere. And so I said, look, let me tell you something. What I want you to do, you got to get another job, you do something. And then what you really want to do is shut them people down. Shut them down. And at this particular time, people, I've been with him for 12 years. That's one and another. Mm-hmm. I never told him, oh, well, you should give me that money. I did tell him that part. I really did tell him this part. And after a while, Hashem told me, that's your people. What you got to do, you can help them build it back up. And that's what I did. I built it up, and that's me as a prophetess. This is what, and as a seer, I can see things, what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. But now I'm telling you, my people, I just will let you know this right away. Leave them damn people alone, these churches. Because if they don't help you, then they will never help you. If you go over there and you can pay your bills and stuff, and you sitting around in your brain and, oh, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do, then you know that's not the place for you. I don't care if they have hats that they did this and they were so good, but you know what? It don't make a difference because you have to have your money when that particular time. This is what these people want you to do is to pay that money, and that's it. Okay. And then sometimes when you have something like that, you have to pay this, that, no. But you like a little something. You like a line of enjoyment, something. Have a little movie, something like that. You ain't want to get all your damn money to them damn people down there. Okay. You want to have a little some shoes or something. Oh, let me just take them all. Take you what? I only had a little bit of money. And why am I doing this for you? Because you're not even helping me. Let me tell you something. I'm not like that way. Because I'll tell you something right now. I will tell you over and over again. I'm like Elijah that he did. The widow woman had to do it with him. But that's what you have to do. Okay? That's what you have to do. That particular time, $2.35, that's nothing. But that is something. That's all they had. See, let me tell you something. That's all you had, you know you're blessed. You know what's going to happen to you. But I tell you something too. These people can't pray, darling. Praying for what? What are you praying for? How can they pray and say they're going to help somebody when you don't even pray? You don't have nothing on your own self. And when you can't pray, how can you pray when your God turns his back? Help me. You're praying, but God is always, he took and turned his back against you. He turned his back against your children. He turned his back against your mother, your father. Oh, but no. He turned his back because you didn't pray. And you can pray, but you have to pray consistently and that you do the right things, that you help people, that you don't lie and steal. And I just helped that person, and you have to tell everybody for the whole world. No, you can't. No, you can't. You don't do things like that. If you're trying to help somebody, then go somewhere and sit the hell down. Don't give them the money. All you got to do is give them the money and then go somewhere where you have to do. And don't tell their family, I just gave them that money. They was trying to, I'm trying to help them. They don't have nothing. Now, you don't do that. Even sometimes when I go to certain places, that time and somebody told me, said, and I told people, look, if you want to talk to me at my ear, and talk to me at my hotel room. You're not going to talk to me in front of for all these people to know about your business. I won't do this. The one woman was telling me, I said, shut up. I don't want to know nothing about this woman and what she's doing, okay? Why don't you do you? Do you. Just do you. So if you ever see some bishop, somebody like that, want to go into your business, and then they tell everybody in the whole congregation, then you know that's not the place for you. Okay, that's not the place for you. You can't let them come into you in your place and say, oh, you know what happened to her and her husband, and you know about her children, and then her husband pedophile and all that kind of stuff. Oh no, you has got to walk away. Another thing too, people, you have a lot of stuff within inside of you, and you won't get it out, and you should get it out. Okay, like your uncle trying to have some sex with you, or maybe somebody in the past trying to have some sex with you, with your children and this. Let me tell you one damn thing. You got to get this out. You got to write letters. What should I do, Prophet? I don't know what to do. Let me tell you something. You have to do mental health. A lot of people don't want to deal with that at all. And that's why you haven't dealt with your own self, okay? Dealing with mental health. Oh, I'm just going to go and just pray and God. No. Get up off your ass. No. See, that's the problem, is it? When Hashem tells you what you have to do, he's not going to get everything from the sky for you. Oh, and they just help you. No, you got to help yourself. Okay, you got your uncle, everybody, this, that. No, they did all these kind of nasty things to you, and even with boys and stuff, something happened to them too, and this, that, and all. I want you to write some letters. What, Prophet? Write some damn letters. look in there and say, this is what he did. It's a hard time to do it. I'm going to tell you, people. It's hard, but you take it little by little by little. I know when you did this to me. I know when you was trying in my room, write it all down. And then when it's all finished, because I'm not finished with you yet, people. When I'm back on this radio all the time, then your ass, I'm going to be talking to you about this forever. Forever. Okay, when you get finished with this, then after a while, you say, well, and maybe it's hard for you to do it, get an envelope, mail it, okay? Or even you just something about 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. See, I need to go and look him in his eyes and say you was a bastard when you had sex, trying to have some sex with me and on your knees. Let me tell you something. You must get this shit out. Even with the little boys, and they were trying to, in your family, trying to have some sex with the little boys. No, y'all two get a piece of paper and a pencil and write it down. If you say, oh, I remember, I should go and talk to him. Yes, you should. Which maybe they could die. Maybe they would die. Okay, so you need to talk to him now. And if you can't talk, write a letter and talk to him again. Think about what's going on with your mental health. And if they did that against your mental health, then you know damn well that that's not good for you at all. And it doesn't help you at all. You have on a job, you're thinking about it, and maybe not time, and then 2 or 3 more weeks, or 4 or 5 months. Oh, I remember. It's keep on going in your brain. Wake the hell up.
That's right.
Wake the hell up. It's not going to keep on, oh, it's going to be all right. It's going to not be damn it all right. It's going to be all right when you stand up for that bastard. Stand it up and say, let me tell you, you bastard, I remember what you did. And they're going to look at you and say, oh, I don't remember. No, you don't remember, but I remember. See, they don't have to remember. Listen to me, people. They don't have to remember, but you have to remember and say, I remember, because now your mental health is starting to heal. What? Yeah. Your mental health is starting to heal, because even that you went and spewed it out to tell them what they did, then in you, everything was starting to heal. Because maybe you got some different kind of cancers inside of you. You got different kind of things inside of you. Why? From this bastard. That's why. It ain't nobody else, it's him. And you went to probably talk to your mother, and they hear them. Oh, I don't want to hear. They always, damn it, never want to hear something with this. Damn it, never hear. Why? Because we went and told them about their boyfriend, told them about their husband. They don't want to hear. You got to hear. Because you have to tell them that, because your mental health is on the line, my people. Your mental health is on the what? Line. You sit down there, like today, think about what I'm telling you. And you're in the bed, you say, oh my God, I remember my uncle. I remember what he did. Let me just get up. Let me write a letter. Listen to me, people. Do what I'm telling you to do. Don't just sit down on yes and don't do nothing. This is important. This is important. Some of y'all have nice jobs, a teacher and this, that, and other, and that. But you know what? You never thought anything about going against your family or going against the line of that. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what, my people, this is what, even, like I say it again, the doctors, the lawyers, you got this kind of stuff. Sure you do. Because it's inside of you. What happened to your father? What happened to your uncle? What happened to your children they tried to do with your children? Come on, wake the hell up. Go get some mental health. And you can't be just going moon. No, you have to do, and I don't know, you have to have people there, the therapists, that can talk to you. That they can talk to you and get this stuff out of you. And that stuff helps you. Because when you got things like this, you got, it's like post-traumatic stress syndrome and things like you're shaking and, oh, what am I going to do? It's not what you're going to do. It's what you're going to do. And stand up for yourself. And then I'm going to tell you, no idea. You will be so strong. You'd be so wise. You can't even pray with these terrible things that happen to you. You can't even pray. Oh, yeah, you can't pray. You can't pray because these things won't stop. They won't go on inside of your brain and tell you, oh, we're going to stop. You can't, it's like demons. Keep going and going and going. No, you the one say to yourself, listen, people, damn it, I'm going to stop. I'm going to let them stop against me and my brain and these dreams. Oh no, we're going to stop right now. Maybe you could have been like, maybe you're 60 or 70. You never wanted to say anything about it. Wake the hell up. You don't feel like, oh, I don't want to do it. No, it's not helping you. It's making worse. It's not really helping you though. It's making it worse. Okay. So what I'm talking about, I'm saying again too, because you need a prophetess. I'm the one. Okay. And I'll tell you again, take your damn money in pockets, because giving these people that money, always worrying about the clothes. But clothes don't mean a damn thing. Me, I do a little black and this, that, and all. What do you need all this stuff for? You really don't need all this stuff. You need all this stuff because you want to be this stuff. And it doesn't make a difference. You have to help people do what you have to do. I never forget what Ronnie told me. He said, prophetess, you stay down here. You cannot go up there yet because you have to do everything you want to do that they tell you to do. Now, if things don't do it, he said, he told me too. He said, they got curtain. I said, what kind of curtain you talking about? He said, the curtain, they got it up there in the mother's, and they pull it down. Look, people, I said, to do what? He said, yeah, because of what you're doing this. They tell people doing this, you want to come up here, you can't come up here because you got to do this and doing that, and you didn't do anything. Listen to this. Then everybody always talking about, oh, they 96 years old. You know why they 100? Know how they doing 96 years old? They don't know. Because because they're not obedient. What the hell wants them up there? A lot of them don't even want them up there. Because they ain't doing damn thing down here. Oh, Lord. But that is so true. Oh, but, they're so glad. Oh, I'm 100. 100. And what did you do? Not a damn thing. I don't see nothing they ever did. Where's these children and stuff running all around and they don't even know about their language? They don't even know what they're doing. No. And then another thing, too, as a prophetess, I'm going to tell you people, too, another thing, too. I want you to get off of those damn names, European names, okay? Yeah, that's what you need to do. Because when you didn't sign up for to have this. This is slavery. What the hell? You didn't sign up for this. I want you to get a lawyer and I'm not finished. Every week, I'm going to talk to you. And so you get the damn names out. Off. So why have to? Because what happened in slavery, they brand you on your back, on your ancestors. So when you get out of there, you say, I'm free. Because number one thing, you don't want to stay here forever. You want to go to where? Africa. I've seen Black people running and running and running and running. It's not going to be all the way for your whole life, darling. Listen. Things they turn around. Oh, well, I don't know. You better hell know about it. Because things are turning around, not like it was before. So you got to look around, look all around and see what's happening. And I'm an elder. I see a lot of older people don't do a damn thing with their people. They tell them a damn thing. And they don't know. They were back then. They said, why don't you talk them? Oh, I want you to talk about what? Got to talk about these things. Because, see, that's the reason why a lot of young people, they got these things with these chills and da-da-da. You know why? Because it wasn't like that. Their father and mothers and everything, they should have told them about slavery. Duh. But they don't want to talk about it. So when you talk about it, then you go in there and the white man will talk about it. Woo! Okay? And this is what, as a prophetess, this is what I do. This is exactly what I do. I don't know about nobody else, but this is what God told me to do this with my people. I don't know nothing else what people are doing. I don't know if they're getting ready to do something. On YouTube, I told this guy was hollering, hollering, go somewhere and sit down. You don't talk to people about slavery and nothing like that. You're just talking about, oh, what happened to T.D. Jakes? I don't care nothing about that damn man, what's happening with him. I'm talking about people, you. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about how you can get your things together, how you can get your nationality, your birthright, your culture that was stolen away from you. I don't give a damn about TJ. I don't give a damn about nobody else. This is what Hashem told me to do to help you. Okay? Just you. Nobody else, but just you. And I got more things to talk to you about. This, that, and the other. Because these things, you could be right. I'll tell you, it's a lot of people around me, and they didn't have anything to do really what they have to do. But the thing about it, when they came with me, things started much better. Yes, this is so good. I'm going to New York in 2 more weeks. Okay. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see you. I love you.
We love you. We love you too. We love you too. If you want to get in contact with the Prophetess Cohen, you can always email her at the Seer, 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 Cohen, COHEN, at gmail.com. The Seer Cohen at gmail.com. All one word. Or you can actually call her at 929-456-3014. Her Cash App is the Seer Cohen. Her Instagram is the Seer Cohen. It's all one word. You can DM her, see if you want to set up a consultation with her and kind of figure out what's going on with you. She's really great and helpful with a lot of things. And so you've heard her stories. She's going to be on every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. PST time in California and that side of the world. And actually, I love you so much, Prophetess Cohen. I thank you so much for doing this show. We needed the nationality, the seer, the everything, the mental health being delivered. We need it. And I thank you so much for this show, so much for you doing this show. Is there any last words you want to tell them before we
just be well, people. Just be well. I love you. Just be well. Take care of yourself. Do you. That's it.
That's right. Y'all heard her. Odd individual.
Thanks for keeping the lights on, Cameron.
1 2 1 2. I'm coming for you. All right now.
Sindy, Ashby Production.
How to sign up for OTW2. Type in OTW2 in your browser. It will bring up the home page. Then you click the little man with the plus sign to open up an account. Use your best email, select a username, and then enter a good, secure password. Now you're at the home page. Click the key to log in to your account using your password with your username. Now search in the search bar for OTW2, which is the page we're going to subscribe to. Click subscribe, click add as friend, as well as click where the videos are. Click on a video to view, like that video, as well as comment. And your exercise is done. Thank you for your support.
You the people have the power to create happiness. Let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world. You the people have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us all unite.
OTWTube.com, uncensored free speech platform.